Hello everyone, this is again your gurong vlogger ng Kuwait, and today we will witness how the group 3 mailers will present their output. So check this out.
Magandang umaga, magandang hapon at magandang gabi dyan sa lahat ng mga nanonood ng mga ka-mailers. Kamusta kayo? Kamusta araw nyo? Ayos lang ba kayo? So yun na nga mga ka-mailers, we will have our very own first premiere right here, right now. By the way, I'm Mailer Patricia, along with my group mates Charles, Frank, Jasper, Eliza, James, and Jan. So just sit and relax and enjoy mga ka-mailers. Let the show begin! Hey guys, good morning. How are you all? I'm Patricia Quiroz, and along with my teammates James, Frank, Eliza, John, Jasper, and Charles. So today we're going to be focusing on the question, how is communication influenced by media and information? Let's start it.
So let us start off with the first question, which is, what is media? So for the question, what is media? Media is the communication outlets or tools used to store and deliver information or data. The term refers to components of the mass media communications industry, such as print media, publishing, the news media, photography, cinema, broadcasting, such as radio and television, and advertising. It is also the main means of mass communication, such as broadcasting, publishing, and the internet, which are all regarded collectively. The term medium, or the singular form of media, is defined as one of the means or channels of general communication, information, or entertainment in society, as newspapers, radio, or television.
Good morning, my name is James Sula, and today we'll be talking about information. What is information, you may ask? Or is it about looking up a video about how to play a guitar? Was it about you finding an article in the internet for your research paper? Or was it about you looking up on YouTube, watching those 10-hour cat videos? Well, information doesn't really have a concrete definition. Different people have their own definition on what is information. Even different strands of other professors not know the real meaning of definition. Yeah, the different definition may be different from a mathematician or a biologist. But we all know that we know what is information, right? So let's break it down. This start, we would like to know, we would say, definition. What comes to our mind? Let's say this. There are 3 words that we could take consideration that this is information. Let's say this. An apple. Let's start with an apple for our information. Apples are juicy. Okay, we'll start with just 3 words about what is information. The first one is truthfulness. What is truthfulness, you say? Let's say this. What I tell you, that an apple is a fruit. That is information. Now what if somebody says an apple is a vegetable? That's wrong. You would that is misinformation. Simple as that. Whatever is true is truthfulness. Okay? And anything that's factual is truth. And that's it. Now, the second word is aboutfulness. What is aboutfulness, you say? Let's say this. If I say magenta, there's blue, green, dogs, cats, that's not aboutfulness. You don't have concrete data on what is this item you're talking about. It will just become noise, something that will mix your mind up. Aboutfulness, like this, an apple is red and delicious, is aboutfulness. It's about the apple itself. Now, the last word we would say is thingness. What is thingness, you may ask? Well, information is a thing. Well, sort of, yes. But what is really a thingness? Thingness is like a mouse. See here? This is a mouse. It's thing. It's right there. Yes. It's a and just apple. It's a thing. It's a fruit. How about the thingness? So that's what really considers information. Those three words. That is what information is. And this is all been taken up into our minds. Now, what do we do with this information, you ask? Well, information will be stored in our brains that stores up maybe 3 terabytes of information, like almost like more than 500 PCs. Can't believe that has a lot of memory. Can't even tell I forget 1 plus 1. Anywho, that really is the information that we have will be concluded into. Okay, I could stop there. Now, where does this information store? Well, this information will be stored in our brains that can hold up 1 petabyte of memory, or 4 quadrillion bytes. Wow. Can't believe the brain can actually store that much. Can't remember what's 1 plus 1. Anywho, the information that we store in our brains will be turned into knowledge that we can pass through on and pass it on to generations to come, that will learn more. They will take it as information, store it as well. The process will still keep going over and over and over and over or over and over and over until the end of time, right? So that is my review. That is my definition. That is my question. What is information? Well, you could take it as much as you want. Maybe you would have a different definition of what's information, because anyone can create their own information as they want to. Now that is information. Maybe you have your own definition of what's information. And that's all of it. Thank you.
What is communication? Communication is the imparting or exchanging of information by either speaking, writing, or using any types of social media. Okay, so for me, communication is a thing we do in our daily lives by either speaking or using the social media. Here are some different types of communication in today's and modern generation. Talking in person or through the phone, video calls or text messages through Facebook or any types of social media, and emails as well. Communication is important to us because it helps us socialize in the outside world. And it also helps us express our ideas and feelings. And it also helps us understand thoughts and ideas of other people. But nowadays, communication is mostly used by social media due to this pandemic we all are suffering to. Like, the only way we could communicate during this pandemic is mostly. It also helps us understand the emotions and thoughts of other people. But these days, communication is mostly used by the social media due to this pandemic.
Hello everyone, my name is Charles and I'll be talking about the importance of communication. Effective communication is vital for efficient management and to improve industrial relations. In modern world, the growth of telecommunication, information technology, and the growing competition and complexity in production have increased importance of communication in organizations, large and small, irrespective of their type and kind. A corporate executive must be in a position to communicate effectively with his superiors and colleagues in other departments and subordinates. This will make him perform well and enable him to give his 100% in the organization. There are 3 factors of why communication is important. Number 1, aids in decision making. Communication is an important tool for coordinating the efforts of various people at work in the organization. Number 2, provides effective leadership. A communication skill brings the leader near to his subordinates and exchange ideas and submits appropriate proposals, knows their opinions, seeks advices, and makes decisions. Number 3, boosts morale and motivation. An effective communication system instills confidence among subordinates and workers, ensuring change in their attitude and behavior.
Hello guys, welcome back to my vlog. So, today I will be discussing about the importance of information and media literacy. So, information and media literacy is important because it enables us to show and make informed judgments as users of information, as well as to become skillful creators and producers of information and medias. It also helps us individuals to learn how to think critically. One of the reasons why media literacy is important is because it helps us develop critical thinking skills at a young age. Children are no exception when it comes to media literacy, because especially considering the amount of content they may be exposed on a daily basis, technology has been part of the world. So as kids evaluate media, they decide whether the messages make sense, why certain information was included, what wasn't included, and what the key ideas are. Second is to recognize different point of views clearly. So every creator has a perspective. Identifying an author's point of view helps us appreciate different perspectives. And next is it helps us to identify the role of media in our culture. From magazine covers to memes and to social media, it helps us to shape our understanding of the world, and it helps us to act and think in different ways. Next is to create different medias responsibly. It helps us to recognize different points of views clearly, saying what you want to say, how you want to say it, and understanding that your messages have an impact is an important key to effective communication.
Hi guys, I'm back. I'm Patricia Quiroz, and I'll be explaining why is communication influenced by media and information. Nowadays, in the advent of new technology, the manner in which people communicate also changes dramatically. Before, people used to communicate either personally or through letters or through analog phone. Currently, using various available high-tech gadgets, the interconnection has no more boundary. However, the irony is the more we interact, the lesser we communicate. Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean is, the more we involve ourselves, the more we engage ourselves in social media, the lesser we tend to communicate to the people around us personally. Proof of which is the growing numbers of bashers and haters in the social media. Yes, they interact with other people and freely express their opinions, yet they are not ready to accept other people's opinion. Now we can see that there is an interaction, but there is lack of communication. Just like case in point, newsfeed from a credible news agencies, and observe how people argues about anything and everything in the comment section. These are just evidences and examples that our communication, the way we think, the way we talk, and even the way we behave can be greatly affected and influenced by social media. Hence, we should value communication the way we did in the past, when there was no gadgets and people interacted and communicated among themselves genuinely. Don't get me wrong guys, social media is not bad nor good. We just shouldn't let it control us. Now I want to end this with a great quote by Oprah Winfrey, saying, "Great communication begins with connection." Thank you, that's all.
So for today, we're going to be talking about how is communication influenced by media and information. So to top it all off first, communication is the act of gaining and receiving information as well as getting your opinion. So
Just like conversing or talking to a friend about a topic, communication is influenced by media because this makes communication to one another a lot easier and more efficient. It affects the transfer of opinion and distributes effective information. There's also TV networks, radios that communicates with large amount of people. Meanwhile, information is a supply of communication and it makes talking a lot easier and shares your opinion with people. So after that short brief discussion about how is communication influenced by media and information, hopefully after this vlog you actually understand something, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, welcome back to our vlog. So today I will be discussing about traditional media. So what is traditional media? Traditional media is a non-electronic medium which is a part of our culture and is used in transmitting traditions from one generation to another generation. Traditional media is the traditional means of communication and expression which existed before the advent of modern mass media. Traditional media is found expression in daily social life of people. Since ancient time, people engaged themselves in folk dances, rituals, festivals, and etc., which are part of their daily lives. It is also a personal form of communication and entertainment which has been a part of the community. Traditional media is the means of communication and expression that had existed since time immemorial.
Well, hello, my name is James and today I'll be giving examples of traditional media. One of the examples is television advertisements. This can be found in your own TV that will showcase a company's product on how effective it can be. Next, we have radio advertisements. These can be found in your own radio that will be broadcast from a radio station which will broadcast a company's product on how effective it can be. Now we have print advertising, and this can be found in magazines and posters. This will showcase either a product like, let's say, clothing or some watches, accessories, jewelry, or sometimes like food products like maybe a carton of milk or eggs. Then we have direct mail advertisements. These will be delivered to your own mailbox. If you have your own, they sometimes like called UPS will place a direct mail advertisement in your mailbox that will showcase a, let's say, oh look, there's a 50% off of this product, or sometimes buy now or else it will be gone, like limited edition. Now we have billboard and off-site signs. This can be found when you're outside, when you're driving a car. These are billboard advertisements. They are big and really huge that you can actually see. It's right there. Now we have cold calling. This is a method where the salesperson doesn't make direct contact with the consumer, meaning they will just call via telephone and talk and convince the consumer to buy their product. Now we have door-to-door sales. These are going through door-to-door, going through house to house to talk about their product, whether they will buy it or not, and so how efficient can it be. Now we have banner ads. Simple as that. They are in banners that will show the advertisement of a company's product. That's it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Charles and I'll be talking about the meaning of new media. So what is new media? New media are forms of media that are computational and rely on computers for distribution. Some examples of new medias are computer animations, computer games, human-computer interfaces, interactive computer installations, websites, and virtual worlds. New media can best be described as digital channels that have gained popularity in the advertising space in the last decade or so. As more and more consumers rely on their cell phones for everything, new media has become increasingly effective to advertise.
Spending in the new media industry continues to grow, with experts estimating business will spend 172 billion on digital advertising by the end of 2021. New media are often contrasted to old media such as television, radio, print media, though scholars in communication and media studies have criticized inflexible distinctions based on oldness and novelty. New media does not include analog broadcast television programs, feature films, magazines, or books, unless they contain technologies that enable digital, generative, or interactive processes.
Here are some examples of new media. Number 1, websites. So, website is a part of new media, and we commonly use it for searching up things or using apps like Facebook or Google and Zoom as well. Number 2 is email. Okay, so emails is an example for new media because it is a new type of way on how we communicate for businesses, and it's a type of way where we communicate formally, because if we are businesses are mostly done formally, and if we are trying to do an application or interview, we also do it formally, and we mostly send it through email so that we could be a part of it. Number 3, music and television streaming services. So my examples for music and television streaming services would be Spotify, Netflix, and YouTube, because those three are the most common use for entertainment when we're bored, and it is mostly used in our generation even today. Number 4, blogs. Okay, so in blog mostly influences you, but basically website and virtually influences you, because blog is not really same like vlog, because if vlog, this is what I'm doing right now, which is vlog, but in blog it's mostly based on the website and what you read there.
Hi guys, so for today we're going to be talking about traditional media versus new media. To start it all up, what is traditional media and new media? Well, traditional media is advertising channels that have been used for decades. These are the tried and true methods that businesses have relied on to, while new media can be described as digital channels that have gained popularity in the advertising space in the last decade. So, do they have a relationship? Well, of course they do. Traditional media and new media does not have to face off, but they can be used together, because traditional and new media can complement one another, with each playing a vital role.
So I'll be discussing about the impact of new media in the society. Social media can be very influential in society in both positive and negative ways. There are many uses it possesses, such as how it gives people a way to stay in touch with other people who live far away. It lets people share fun, interesting, and informative content. It also gives businesses a way to engage with their customers. One of the problems, however, is that anybody can share anything, including material that may not be accurate. In some areas, real harm is done when people spread inflammatory, unverified, or outright false information. This can harm private individuals, as when someone is bullied online. It can also have a harmful effect on society as a whole. Overall, the impact of the new media in our society has both good and bad influences, which are all determined on how we use it.
Now we can say that media has the power to influence an individual's attitude, beliefs, behavior, and many more aspects in human life. We should use media to reinforce and maintain social ties among the world, instead of abusing and misusing the purpose of disseminating information and communication convenience. Mass media ought to be a source of reference to the society, especially to the adolescents, valuing the traditional ways of communicating in the past. Hence, I want to emphasize this message. We are responsible for what we read, We are responsible to what we think is beneficial to us, and we are responsible for what we believe. Again, this is Group 3. Thank you. See you on the next vlog.
Good morning, guys. We're Group 3, and I am Eliza, and I will be talking about mass media. So, what is mass media? Mass media refers to a diverse array of media technologies that reach a large audience via mass communication. The technologies through which this communication takes place include a variety of outlets. Broadcast media transmit information electronically via media such as films, radio, recorded music, or television. How does mass media help us? They inform, they educate, and they entertain people. They also influence the way people look at the world and make them change their views of how they look at it in the past. Mass media plays a very important role in organizing public opinion. However, some forms of mass media such as books and manuscripts has already been in use for centuries. How does mass media impact our lives? The influence of mass media has effect on many aspects of human life, which may include voting a certain way, individual views and beliefs, or skewing a person's knowledge of a specific topic due to being provided false information. While not all effects results in change, but some media messages reinforce an existing belief.
Hello guys, welcome to vlog number 3. So today I will be discussing about mass communication. So what is mass communication? Mass communication can be defined as the process of creating, sending, receiving, and analyzing messages to large audiences via verbal and written media. It is also a process in which a person, group of people, or an organization sends a message through a channel of communication to a large group of anonymous and heterogeneous people and organizations. It is an expansive field that considers not only how and why a message is created, but the medium through which it is sent. These mediums are wide-ranging and include print, digital media and internet, social media, radio, and television. The sender of the message is usually a professional communicator that often represents an organization. So, mass communication is an expensive process. Unlike interpersonal communication, feedback for mass communication is usually slow and indirect.
Hi guys. So our topic for today is, what is social media to society? Well, to start it all off first, social media is very influential on society on both the positive and the negative ways. Through social media, the society can interact with people no matter where they are, and it also lets the society share fun and informative information at the same time. The problem is, for the negative side, is that you can't control what you see in social media. As in, social media has all ages starting from children to adults. And they see a lot of things that aren't supposed to. Some examples would be pornography and fake news. Despite the ups and downs of social media to society, we can definitely say that social media had a big impact in society and it helped us improve a lot. That is all.
For the question, what is mass communication tools? Mass communication refers to the wide-ranging dissemination of information. Mass communication has been made possible by the ever-increasing functionality and standardized presence of technology like computers, televisions, and cell phones. As such, mass communication has led to globalization, an increasingly interconnected world. So, some examples of mass communication tools are: number 1, website monitoring. Software can track hits on the campaign websites and their approximate origin. and detect website usage patterns. Number 2. Internet surveys. Internet surveys via specialized websites are a common tool. An example given for this is SurveyMonkey, which offers a free package for basic internet surveys. Number 3. Newspaper, television, and radio tracking. There are professional services that can be hired to gather and analyze regular media reports and coverage of campaign issues, as well as advertisement placements in newspaper and other media. Number 4. Direct response tracking. Some ads or public services announcements use this in campaign to ask readers or viewers to give a direct response. An example being hitting a voting button on a website, or performing a measurable action like calling a toll-free number or sending in a coupon. And lastly, we have rolling sample surveys. Adopted from political polling methods, this has been applied in public communication, campaign, outcome, and impact evaluations. So, with these tools, communication was simplified and became much more convenient because of how easy people could interact with one another regardless of the distance between them.
Hello everyone, and now I'll be talking about the advantages of mass communication to society. Number 1. Motor skills are improved by typing, clicking, playing games, and other tech-related finger skills. Number 2. Hand-eye coordination or even quick thinking can be helped. Number 3. Access to mass news media can improve reading skills. And number 4. Social networking activity is theorized to improve writing and socializing skills. Number 5. It allows information to be shared with many people almost simultaneously. This can be useful and beneficial in some situations. And number 6. Mass media can make the world smaller. Additionally, the content of media stories or social media posts can be useful and meaningful to teens. With platforms like YouTube and Instagram, they have access to people's stories that they might never have heard otherwise. In this way, teens may learn that many others are experiencing similar struggles to their own, giving them courage and confidence. And it also has programmed our thoughts, what and how we dress and how we relate to one another, and etc. That's all. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Patricia Quiroz, and today I'll be talking about some negative impacts of mass media to the society. In everything, there's a good and bad side of it. In this case, we're going to focus about the negative impacts of mass media to the society. Number 1. Depression or anxiety over body image that leads to insecurities and low self-esteem of a person. We are aware that society has standards of beauty, especially when it comes to women. But what if it becomes more controversial as a result of social media? When we are scrolling through social media, we cannot avoid to look at models or even just our friends who continuously post selfies. And this makes you question yourself. Why don't I have a body like hers? What can I do to attain that body shape? Now, you think of unhealthy ways to lose weight and constantly compare yourself to the typical girls on social media. Number 2. Unfettered access to pornography. Even at a young age, pornography can change the way we look at sexualities, or even sex itself. We become more exposed to the things that we're not supposed to, without parental guidance. Number 3. Increased risk of obesity from inactivity. You and I can relate very much to this. Sometimes, we just want to take that day off and just sit in one place scrolling through our feed without even standing up or stretching our body. Lack of exercising leads to increased risk of obesity. Number 4. Decreased attention to schoolwork. This is the main reason why we procrastinate. Even I myself can't deny that. Sometimes when I have loads of work, I just want to take a break and breathe. So I look through my phone, my social media accounts, and little do I know, I spent or even wasted hours just scrolling through my feed, laughing at memes, reacting and sharing. The next thing I knew, I didn't have enough time to do my work. Number 5. Fake news. Usually, the intent of the authors of the fake news is to mislead and misinform the people. We should be careful in these types of news because we should not believe everything that is in social media. We have to do a little research also by ourselves, if it's true or not. The solution isn't really to cut yourself off from mass media. Rather, we have to be careful and analyze the things we read or see in social media. Thank you for listening. See you again.
Good morning, my name is James and I'll be talking about the overall effect. So, the overall effect of mass media is that there are a lot of pros and cons. But we can take the pros and the cons together, but never think about the cons very well. We can simply put is how we use media as a way to communicate instead of misusing it to make misinformation. Okay, so like let's say example for this, let's have like a sort of like a situation. So in a situation like this, let's say we're talking about Facebook here. Someone is typing there will be a news article, someone posted of a news article that gave, let's say, a news of a murder, and everyone would like say, oh, it's a news article, this is actually good. Now if the person who made the article has like motor skills and typing, clicking, and have even more critical thinking, even the readers themselves have more critical thinking, like who murdered him, who did this, why, it all answers the question. The article will sometimes answer the questions about related to the murder. But if you misuse the media or the media technology, it can lead to negative effect. Like you bring in a false communication or just like a parody that you like sound like you don't care. Let's say you found the unused article and then like, oh okay, let me post this in Twitter or Facebook. Types in lol, I read a murder case. That is something that you became not professional. That isn't professional. Or maybe you like, guys, I murdered the person here in the news article. It's the way how we use technology to bring out what is it benefit for us or what is negative to us. It's the way we use it or the way we see it. That's the overall effect. You can either look how you can use it or how you can see it, if it's whether it's good or bad. So that's my overall effect of mass media or media in general, and catch you next time. Hello, we are Group 3 and we'll be talking about theoretical approaches to understand society and media with Frank, Jasper, Charles, John Danielle, Eliza, Patricia, and me. And we'll be talking about it throughout this video. See you there soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Charles, and I'll be talking about the first theoretical approach to understand media, which is functionalism. Functionalism focuses on how media and technology contribute to the smooth functioning of society. A good place to begin understanding this perspective is to write a list of functions to perceive media and technology to perform. Your list might include the ability to find information on the internet, television's entertainment value, or how advertising and product placement contribute to social norms. Functionalism consists of two factors. Number one is commercial function. Television advertising is a highly functional way to meet a market gathered by network and cable television companies regarding their viewers and target their advertising accordingly. Second is entertainment function. The amount of time spent watching is equally large. Clearly, enjoyment is paramount. On technology side as well, there is a clear entertainment factor to the use of innovations, from online gaming to chatting with friends on Facebook. Technology offers new and more exciting ways for people to entertain themselves. In short, functionalism sees the contribution that technology and media provide to the stability of society, from facilitating leisure's time to increasing productivity. That's all. Thank you.
So I will be talking about conflict perspective in the theoretical approaches to understand media and society. So what is conflict perspective? The conflict perspective focuses on the creation and reproduction of inequality. It is the social processes that tend to disrupt society rather than contribute to its smooth operation. When we take a conflict perspective, one major focus is that differential access to media and technology embodied in the digital divide. Conflict theorists also look at who controls the media and how media promotes the norms of upper middle class white people in the United States while minimizing the presence of the working class, especially people with color. In short, this topic explains how media is taken advantage of and used for wrongdoings. With this information, we would be much more aware and knowledgeable on interacting with news.
Hey guys, welcome to vlog number 4. So, my topic for today is symbolic interactionism. So, what is symbolic interactionism? Symbolic interactionism or symbolic interaction perspective is a major framework of the sociology theory. This perspective relies on the symbolic meaning that people develop and build upon the process of social interaction. This also refers to the individuals that act according to their interpretation of the meaning of the world. Symbolic interaction analyzes society by addressing the subjective means that people impose on objects, events, and behaviors.
Good morning, my name is James Zola, and I'll be talking about the overall of theoretical perspectives on media and technology. Let's start from functionalism. That functionalism just focuses on how media technology contribute to the smooth functioning of society, like how the gives you information, television entertainment, or like how advertisement of a product contributes to the society. And then we have conflict perspective, which focuses on the creation and reproduction of inequality, social processes that tend to disrupt society rather than contribute smooth operation, like who controls the media and how the media promotes their products than others, and that's conflict perspective. And then we have symbolic interactionism, which in to make it short, that how these devices serve as a social indicator of wealth and status, like you having like a Nokia phone from 2005, which consider you as poor and now in our generation, and then we have a person who has an iPhone of the latest model has a status of being rich. And then there are people who see technology as like alien, like it's not contribution, it's just negative effect about it, and then which we call neo-Luddites. And then there are people who we call is technophiles, which means they see technology as a advancement of technology for a potential bright future. And that is my overall of theoretical perspectives in media and
The
society.
roles in media of fostering an information society. Number 1, policy. It is to create an effective policy environment that nurtures a free, independent, and pluralistic media. Number 2, ownership and control. It is to prevent excessive concentration of media power. Number 3, content. It is to create a dynamic and locally relevant content to prevent information balances. Number 4, skills. It is to build within human capacity and skills to developing countries. Number 5, technologies. It is to combine new and old technologies. It would create a imaginative teamwork between the two.
guys, I'm Patricia Quiroz, and today I will be talking about how media influences our daily lives. As we all know, media plays a very important role and has influence in virtually every aspect of our daily lives. Newspaper, magazines, televisions, and radios are considered as the different types of media. Media is considered as the best source to know about the current news and social issues happening from different parts of the world. It greatly affects our lives because it has the power to change our perspective and change the way we look at things, even influence our own thoughts. Like case in point, have you heard of the news na magbubukas na daw yung schools in Kuwait and that papasok na daw tayo in November? According to the ministry. Well, this kind of news stirs up questions in the minds of our teachers, parents, as well as students. Diba? Like, is it safe na? May nahanap na bang reliable vaccine? What are the preventive measures that the government will make? Those are just some of the examples why we have to rely on media to be further instructed, informed, and educated about the future decisions as well as announcements. Media creates awareness among the common people and make them enlightened citizens. It creates a public opinion about the controversial issues of the country, exposing scandals, corruptions, and even builds confidence among the people. If media plays such a big role in our lives, then it is important for us to know how it influences us. It may be positive or negative. That is all for today. Once again, I am Patricia Quiroz. Thank you and see you again.
Hi guys. So for our topic today will be media's influence on social change. So media has the potential to lead to great actionable changes by reporting stories that create dialogues and encourage positive agreement or engagement. Media's influence has been big because of media being able to inform, educate, and shape our society. And lastly is that media, or specifically social media, had big impacts on every individual on society, as it would help them to discover and inspire themselves to explore the natures of life on how it revolves on media. That is all. Thank you.
That's all about the report of the Group 3 mailers. And if you want to say something and share your opinion, please comment down below to express your thoughts. And please don't forget to ring the notification bell in order for you to be notified if I have new videos. God bless everyone and always keep safe. Bye-bye.